vice champion in the Dutch Rotax Junior for 2016, and a man who would like to be like Max Verstappen over the next few years. Here we go then for the juniors. They're now heading themselves onto the circuit for the first of 2 warm-up laps in this pre-final, which is going to be over 9 laps as well. The way the grid lines up is all determined by what happened in the heats yesterday, and with the best results it's going to be Tijman van der Helm, the Dutchman who starts from pole position. He's got Luca Lystra, who was quickest on Friday in qualifying, so 2 very quick hot shots towards the front of the field. Row 2 is then headed by Javier Hansemeyer, who had problems this morning in warm-up. I think he lost a wheel coming through the final corner, so Javier has had a little bit of dramatic start to the day, but hopefully he can put that behind him and get set for this pre-final. He's got alongside him Mike Van Vugt, who was very impressive yesterday, a name definitely to watch out for this year. Then on to row number 3, you've got Jason Ferrate back for another year in the juniors. He's got Pietro Wisnicki alongside the Polish racer. Row 4 then headed by Sylvester Alexa Jarvis with local lad Josep Vea, the Spaniard, in 8th place. Then on to row number 5 is going to be Kobe Pauls, the man from Belgium, heading to his home circuit in Genk in just a few weeks' time. He's got Luca Nurmi alongside, just inside the top 10. Then on to row number 6 is going to be the Brit Lewis Gilbert with Rick Bethorn alongside him. Then on to row number 7 is going to be Jan Malacek with Papshin Krajeveld, again another name that returns for this year to the Junior Championship. Row number 8 then sees Gazoo Caesar with Ugo Gazil alongside him. Row 9 headed by Alexander Dezebekian with Mads Rice on the outside. And then on to row number 10 we have Marcel Schamax with Valdemir Eriksson rounding out your top 20. Row 11 then headed by Christopher Sasha with Bens Tujon alongside him. Row 12 is Bens Valent. We've had one of the Valents already out, finishing very high up. Bens is a little bit further down, and Frederick Derek alongside him. Row 13 is headed by Guilherme de Oliveira with Ali Largim on the outside, and the final kart on the grid will be that of Levente Lesconce in 27th place, who suffered a little bit of a crash on the warm-up in the second heat yesterday and was missing from heat number 3. So hopefully everything is sorted. He's okay and will be joining us for this pre-final for the juniors. One of the drivers has had a little bit of a slow start. That is Gazoo Caesar, who was late out of the pit lane, so he's now trying to catch up. I think there was just a few final adjustments to make to the kart, so they have now been done by the mechanics, and he'll have to try and catch up. I think he'll have to start at the back, though, as he was late out of the pit lane, so that's the one we're waiting for to catch up. Everyone else, though, should be in place, ready to go for 9 laps of action for the juniors. They had their talking to yesterday just to make sure they're calm and respectable down to the first corner, and it's going to be even more so today with these greasy conditions. But we're all set to go then for another race. The juniors, the pre-final, 9 laps of racing to look forward to. It's going to be Tijman van der Helm that leads them away from the grid. They all flurry their way down towards the first corner. It's going to be Tijman van der Helm who gets to the front of the grid. The 2 teammates make contact. That's sideways for number 15. Just powers it through, but there's more contact on the exit of the corner, and that was Luca Lystra who lost it on the exit of turn number 1. There was contact from his teammate. I think that was Javier Hansemeyer who went down the inside line. So both of those have, by the looks of it, dropped themselves to the back of the field. Drama at the start of this junior pre-final, but the man who leads the way is going to be Tijman van der Helm. He's been hassled all the time here by Javier Hansemeyer. You've got Mike Van Vugt up there as well in kart number 17. They are your top 3 as they work their way through the exit of turn number 8 on towards the short back straight. And we're going to have a look at the end of this first lap to see where Luca Lystra has dropped to, because he was going to be probably middle of the pack. As down the inside line goes Javier Hansemeyer. He gets now the lead of the race away from Tijman van der Helm. So what a start from Javier Hansemeyer. The problems he had this morning have now been put behind him, and he's on his way to try and lead this race for as long as possible. I can tell you, more spots of the rain now starting to fall on our commentary box window, so it's going to get even more interesting if it could for these juniors. Through they come then, on towards the start of lap number 2. We'll get the order for you now. It's Javier Hansemeyer that leads the way. Tijman van der Helm is second, but how long for? Because here comes Tijman back down the inside at turn number 1, all over the curb. He's going to run it wide, but Javier has the outside line, which maybe has more grip as well in these wet conditions. But Tijman has found his way through up into the lead of the race. Jason Ferrate sits there in 3rd. 4th place now is number 17, which is Mike Van Vugt. 5th place is anyone's guess because it's changing corner by corner. It looks like Josep Vea is there. Then you've got Luca Nurmi, Pietro Wisnicki, Lewis Gilbert, Ugo Gazil and Kobe Pauls to round out your top 10. I can tell you Luca Lystra is down to 14th place after that first corner incident. Who else did we lose down the order? No one massively, I don't think. Just Luca Lystra who got caught up in the melee at turn number 1. So, out front, Tijman van der Helm is back there, as we know. Javier Hansemeier sits second. Not for long, though, because he now goes back down the inside at turn number 11, and it's going to be side by side in towards the right-hander at turn 12. You need to sort yourself out before that corner, because it is pretty much flat out. So, Tijman van der Helm now goes back through. It did change very briefly. These are having a great squabble out front here. The top two, Jason Ferrate is not too far away as well. He's broke away from Mike Van Voogst, who in fact now is behind Luca Nurmi. So Luca Nurmi has gone through into 4th position. And Jason Ferrate now on to the terms of the top two. This is great stuff now. A three-way fight almost for the lead of the race in this junior pre-final. As we know, Jason Ferrate back for another year. Javier Hansemeier back for another year and back down the inside line for the lead of the race. Down at turn number 4, he goes through. So Javier Hansemeier is now to the head of the field once more. Second place is now Tijman van der Helm and Jason Ferrate. What can he do about these top two? Can he get through? Can he do it quickly? And can he catch up with the man who's starting to pull away now? Javier Hansemeier onto the short back straight down towards turn number 9. Slightly wide there from Javier, but he's got the grip to hold on to the lead as he turns his way now through the double right-hander. 4th place, it looks like, is, yes, Mike Van Voogst again. So Mike's now got his way ahead of, I say that, it's just changed once more because Luca Nurmi is now back up into 4th place. So that doesn't last long at all there. So great scrap between 4th and 5th. 6th and 7th are on their own at the minute, but they're trying to keep with the leaders just about. That's Josep Vea and Hugo Gazil. See what they can do over the next few laps. As we complete lap number 3, they come across the line and head down towards the first corner. Javier Hansemeier has just done the quickest lap of anyone, so this is good news for him. Starts to pull away now from Tijman van der Helm, who uses all of the curb at turn number 2. Doesn't really slow him down at all by the looks of it, because he hasn't been passed by Jason Ferrate. Well, not yet anyway, but Jason Ferrate now looking very racy through the next couple of corners. You can see confirmation of the quickest lap there from Javier Hansemeier, 109.946, which was over half a second quicker than everybody else behind him here. So Javier now stretches his lead to 0.6 of a second, and you can see that gap on the track now is getting bigger and bigger. So Jason Ferrate really needs to act quick if he wants to be on terms with Javier. He needs to get through past Tijman van der Helm, who just seems to be slowing gradually, just holding back the rest of the field here. But of course, with those spots of rain, as I said, starting to fall, it can just be playing a little bit of a trick on the visor of many drivers. It may seem heavier than it actually is, so they're going to have to just be wary of that. But Tijman probably just been a little bit more wary than anybody else, as Javier Hansemeier uses all of the curb through the final chicane. On towards the start-finish line they come once more. Look at that reaction on the pit wall from all the team members down there, really encouraging the drivers to get a move on and get on with the job in hand. Here comes a move then down the inside from number 15, which is Luca Lystrup. On his way back through the field, he gets 1. He possibly can get 2 as well, trying to go past 29, which is Lewis Gilbert. Has he got the job done? Yes, he has, but then they're going to get close to one another through the chicane at turn number 3. But Luca Lystrup making good progress here, now up into 8th position at the start of this lap. So Luca Lystrup, do not rule him out of the question just yet. He's still got the anger inside him. The red mist has set it in as well. So Luca Lystrup on his way now to try and catch up with the leaders. We've got a green light flashing, which would indicate to me there's a yellow somewhere. So who have we lost? Not too sure, but we continue with everyone by the looks of it. So up front, Javier Hansemeier still leading by 1.1 seconds now. That's doubled over the last lap over Tijman van der Helm. Jason Ferrate still 3rd. You can see him there under attack now from Luca Nurmi by the looks of it. Or has Luca Nurmi got through on this lap? Yes, he has. Luca Nurmi's gone up to 3rd place. So Luca's now the next man to watch out for as he comes across the line then, pushing on hard in that red and white machine. The second of the red and whites you can see in your picture. Down towards the first corner. Slight look over the shoulder there just to see where Jason Ferrate is. He's now down the or looking to be down the inside line. He wasn't quite late enough on the brakes there. So Jason Ferrate backs out of it. And this is just giving a slight buffer now to Tijman van der Helm. He keeps himself in 2nd, and he's just starting to edge out a slight gap, which is very thankful for him. But let's see if Luca Nurmi can break away from Ferrate and see if he can move himself up into 2nd position. Just behind them you saw Mike Van Voogst, who's not doing too bad in these wet conditions, but did do better yesterday, apart from one of the heats where he had a little bit of contact and dropped down on the last lap. But Mike Van Voogst is there or thereabouts. Behind them, Hugo Gazil, Papsin Krejeveld and Luca Lystrup. Watch out for Luca. Not that quick through Sector 1 to be fair, but he's going in the right direction, which is good. And in fact, he's just set on that previous lap the quickest lap of anyone, 109.775, which is again, half a second quicker, at least, than everybody around him here. So Luca Lystra has still got potential within this race. 6 laps to be completed now by the leader, who comes across the line. Javier Hansemeyer heads the field by what was 1.7, now down to 1.4, because Tijman van der Helm has just responded with the quickest lap of anyone, a 109.737. So watch out for Tijman as there Luca Lystra goes down the inside line on number 20, which is Hugo Gazil. So Hugo now demoted 1 place. Luca Lystra up the order once more. Next on the list to tick off is going to be Papshin Krejeveld. So Luca Lystra, potential here to get inside the top 5 before we see the checkered flag. So watch out for Luca. There are your top 4 through the picture. Mike van Vugt 5th. 6th is there, number 18, which is Papshin Krejeveld. And just behind that, as we said, is now the green and white machine of Luca Lystra. Watch out for him. In terms of the quickest lap, as we just said, a new lap record there for the man down in 8th place, Luca Lystra, 109.775. Very impressive from him. He's onto the back straight, then goes this fight for 2nd place. Still just Tijman van der Helm, who was going quicker than anyone, but now he's been caught once more, hasn't he, by Luca Nurmi in cart number 21. So these two tie together over the curbs, using all the curbs is Tijman. Luca Nurmi deciding to stay off them, which should give him a good run across the line and down towards turn number 1, but he's not quite close enough there. And to be fair, those drivers have to be very careful of that white line on the edge of the track, and also the white line that heralds the exit of the pit lane, because that sometimes can cause you a few problems, as we saw in a couple of the heats yesterday, especially with these greasy conditions. There is Tijman van der Helm then, still 2nd, with Luca Nurmi on his tail. Jason Frate there or thereabouts in 4th position. Jason started this one from 5th, so he's moved up 1 position so far. Biggest mover from the top lot is Luca Nurmi, up now 7 places, and Papshin Krejeveld has moved up 8 places. He now sits in 6th position, so some big movers, some big gainers. Biggest loser from the top lot was Luca Lystra, wasn't he, from 2nd on the grid down to 7th place. And still not too sure what happened in terms of contact, whether it was from his teammate or whether it was from someone else, but that could be interesting after the race. Papshin Krejeveld now the quickest man on circuit, down there in 6th position. 109.584 has now been recorded as the quickest lap in this race. 1 more lap to go then for Javier Hansemeyer, who comes across the line to start what will be the last tour of this Lucas Guerrero circuit this morning for the pre-final. And Luca Lystra is looking for 1 more place now on the back of Mike van Vugt. He's dropped now behind Papshin Krejeveld, so there's been another double change there amongst the order. Mike van Vugt now starting to struggle with these wet tyres. So Luca Lystra has gone through, now finds himself up into 6th position. I don't think he's quite got the speed and pace to catch up with Papshin Krejeveld, a man who's been setting quickest lap after quickest lap there, but we'll have to wait and see with just a few corners to go for them, and also for our race leader Javier Hansemeyer, who's now onto the short back straight. Off there he goes, down through the left-hander at turn number 9, and he's still just watching behind him because he's got those 2 guys battling it out for 2nd and 3rd, Tijman van der Helm and Luca Nurmi. It might just be wise here for Luca Nurmi to stay in 3rd, because as we know, the inside run to the first corner is crucial at the start of the race. It might not be a bad thing for Luca Nurmi just to hold on to the position at the minute behind Tijman van der Helm. Meantime, into the final corner comes Javier Hansemeyer. He's about to be crowned our winner of the pre-final in juniors. 3 comes. Javier Hansemeyer takes the victory here at the Lucas Guerrero circuit. 2nd place just goes to Tijman van der Helm. The man who started from pole position comes through to pick up 2nd place. And a wise move there from Luca Nurmi to keep himself in 3rd position. A man who made 7 places up from his starting grid, down in 10th place. Very impressive from the finish racer, Luca Nurmi, with Jason Frate and Papshin Krejeveld coming through. Another man who made up many places in that race comes through to take 5th place at the line. But very happy Javier Hansemeyer works his way through then on this slowing down lap. He'll work his way into the pit lane and have a good cheer with the drivers and of course the team around him to celebrate that pre-final win, which gives him the pole position for the final later this afternoon. There's confirmation for the Buvan Power team. Javier Hansemeyer the winner by 2.2 seconds ahead of Tijman van der Helm. 3rd place goes to Luca Nurmi, Jason Frate and Papshin Krejeveld behind. Luca Lystra on his recovery got up to 6th place. Mike van Vugt was 7th. Lewis Gilbert then 8th place. Sylvester Alex Sajaves in 9th place. Hugo Gazil was 10th. Mans Rice came through in 11th, just ahead of Pietro Wisnicki. Local lad Joseph Vale was 13th, ahead of Valdemir Eriksson. Christopher Sasha, Frederick Yerrick and Kubi Pauls in 17th place. Marcel Schmax was 18th, Benz Verlant 19th, and Jan Malacek rounded out the top 20 at the end of that race. Just one non-starter or non-finish. Levente Los Conce for KMS Europe was not classified at the end. But a great race as ever from the juniors. They can now go and celebrate, relax, and look forward to their final later on.